So today we created the 2010 Philadelphia Eagles in franchise. If any of you guys are actually interested, Jesus, in using this team, there's actually a way you can download this. I uploaded it to like the community file so anybody could use this 2010 Eagles team. I don't know like how the cross-platform works, because like I know the franchise isn't cross-platform, so I don't know how that works, but basically you'll go over to the community files. Once you head over to the community files, all you literally want to do is, this is what you want to look for right here. This is what it looked like, 2010 Eagles. It's a roster, it's the offense, and it is the defense. It is pretty much the complete starters, which so with a pretty decent amount of backups as well. It's not the complete 53. It's like probably, I think it's like 40 some players, so it's pretty close. I didn't get all the backups, but I got most of them. Now basically in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the complete team. Now I basically had to hand make this entire team. Like there was no easy way to just go download like, oh, the 2010 Eagles and use them in franchise, because nobody's really done anything like that from what I've seen. So I was like, oh, I guess I got to make it. So I've literally spent all day making this team. This took about, I honestly think, 6 to 7 hours, because to make each player, I got to make them look like them. I'm talking about from their on-field drip to trying to get their face to as close as what they look like, because EA doesn't really give you much to work with that, but I did the best I can. So honestly, what we're going to do is, like, as a whole, it's going to be like kind of like a series. We're going to go through the entire season with the 2010 Eagles in 2023. The reason why I picked the 2000, of course, you know I was going to pick some Eagles team, right, to do this, because I'm an Eagles fan, that's what I do. But the reason why I picked the 2010 Eagles is just because, I don't know, I just remember having so many memories with that team as a kid. Like, just, you know, it was a lit team, man. If the season ended by, we lost in the playoffs to the Packers. Mike Vick had to put a guap drive together. He tried to throw it to Riley Cooper in the end zone, and it didn't end up too well. If you guys do want to see more franchise content like this, man, go ahead, drop a like on the video, because I honestly do plan on doing a lot more stuff like this. It seems like it could be pretty fun, and I know a lot of people are probably thinking, well, is this online or is this offline? Because obviously if it's offline, you're thinking, I'm just going to dominate the AI. I actually won't, because, you know, you're probably thinking like, motherfucker, you make money playing Madden, you're going to kill the AI. Hold on. My goal with this is to not just go out there and, like, you know, obliterate the AI as if, like, you know what I mean? We're going to keep this thing as sim as possible. So, like, what I mean by that is I'm saying we, like I got a whole team behind me. Man, this is just me doing this, all right? Basically, I did some research, and I tried to make the sliders as realistic as possible. I haven't done it yet. I haven't actually done it yet. I'm going to do that. I just got done making the team, man. Like I said, this took like 6, 7 hours, all right? I'm going to make the sliders. I'm going to do some research and make the sliders as realistic as possible. Now, I think I can download some, but I'm the kind of guy, I need to do it low-key, and I need to make sure it's done right. I'm also going to run a playbook on offense and defense that's basically similar to what the 2010 Eagles ran when they played. Now, I don't actually, you know, I haven't watched the film yet. I got to watch the film. This is just the team so far, so I got to look at that too, and I'm probably just going to run like code suggestions out of the playbook, like I said, to keep it as sim as possible, realistic, and just give it that real, authentic aspect. I also might even, I'm going to have the Twitch stream help me with a lot of this other stuff too that I'm talking about, so don't worry, but just know the goal is we're going to play one whole season with this team and just, you know, see what happens. Now that I've pretty much explained the basis of how all this is working, now I'm going to show you guys pretty much the team, man. Left tackle, we got Jason Peters, of course. This is, you know, when Jason Peters wasn't, you know, old and fat, even though he's still in the league. So thankfully, I didn't really have to make Jason Peters. All I really had to do was adjust his stats. And he came out to basically becoming a 96 overall. I mean, back in 2010, this is when, you know, this is when he was in his prime, his all-pro. He was a god. I'm not going to say he was the only good person on the offensive line for us in 2010. We had a couple other decent pieces, but, you know, going back and watching that 2010 season, at least in the playoffs, Michael Vick was getting mauled, man. I mean, he was getting destroyed. Also, am giving abilities out to some players on the team. Like, there's only a couple guys that have abilities. I think but the thing that's weird about this franchise shit is, like, I can't just give a guy one ability. If you decide, okay, I want abilities on him, they're automatically, like, you can't take these abilities off. So what I did was, because for each player, I just wanted, not for each player, but for, there's only, like, 3 or 4 people on the entire team that have abilities. So what I did was, because I only wanted like just at least one key ability on him so it's not overpowered, I just threw on a bunch of bullshit abilities so it wouldn't like make it anything crazy. So Jason Peters, obviously I was going to put abilities on him. He's a 96 overall. I was just going to put Secure Protector and call it a day. But of course, you can't, like, I don't know if there's a way to take these abilities off. I don't know. Like I said, I don't play franchise, man. I'm just getting into this. So I just put on random abilities like Tough Nut, Tear Proof, and Matador because, you know, I don't know, maybe they work in franchise, but in MUT and regs, these abilities don't do a single thing. So the goal was I just wanted to put Secure Protector on him because, you know, he's a 96 overall. He deserves it. I will also show you guys what their on-field drip looks like too, just because it took a lot of time. And in this first video, I'm not going to get around to playing any game. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I said, this took a while. I'm not playing anything today. Thankfully, like I said, though, I didn't even dab. Jason Peters was actually the only person I didn't have to make, so thanks, Jason Peters. We are starting off with the offensive line for all the players. It's kind of like similar like how I do those MUT videos where I, you know, go through the whole team. It's going to be kind of in that similar format, just in the franchise. So the next player, guys, we got left guard. We got Todd Hermans. A lot of y'all are probably young, so I don't know how many guys are even going to know some of these players. I actually remember this guy. He's probably really the last bright spot on this offensive line. I'm not going to say, like I said, I'm not going to say the other guys are trash, man, but he's definitely the last really bright spot. He was actually, I'm pretty sure this guy was a Pro Bowler. I don't know if he was an All-Pro, but this guy's definitely a Pro Bowler. Pretty solid player. And this is what he looks like on the field. He's pretty generic, to be honest. He doesn't really have much drip. And I noticed when I was making a lot of these players, like, a lot of these guys, like, they don't really have, like, the high socks. Like, there's a few guys, I don't know, I kind of like, I don't know, it's not gay or anything, but I don't know, I kind of like the guys with the high, I'm done, you know. Center, we got Mike McGlynn. He's a 76 overall. He's not too bad. And if you're wondering, like, how I did these guys' ratings and all this stuff, so I could have just went, some of these guys I kind of did go back into, what was it, Madden, whatever Madden I used, I don't even know, whatever the Madden was I used, I can't even remember, man, honestly, because I didn't use it for that many guys, but some of the ratings I did pull from Madden, but I didn't pull everyone's ratings from Madden, and the reason why is because we all know Madden messes guys' ratings up and stuff. So I took it upon myself. I said, I'm going to do this. Like I said, I did the 2010 Eagles. So I know this roster pretty in and out. I also did the ratings based off stats for the players. So what I mean by that is, what is the website called I used? Man, my brain is fried right now. I'm going to be completely honest with you. But it is a website I used. I'm looking at their stats, you know, percentages and all that stuff. There was a lot that went into this, man. I don't think you seriously understand. And I'm going to do more teams too, you know, if you guys enjoy this. So there's going to be more of this coming. And I also try to keep guys' overalls based off, I don't want to say that season, but like by the, how do I explain it? So basically, like LaShawn, you're going to see LaShawn McCoy's a lot higher overall than you think he would be, because it's not LaShawn McCoy's overall going into the season. I'm counting his overall as if the 2010 season's over, even though this is the team from 2010, if that makes any sense, just so I can make him higher overall. Hopefully you understand what I'm trying to say, because I'm so bad at articulating myself. Sometimes I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. Yeah, this is Mike McGlynn. He's probably one of the most generic people you're going to see. I mean, to be honest, though, we're showing off offensive linemen. It's not like these guys are really gonna have drip, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a fat guy in pads, man. And if you're wondering how I did like do these guys you know, clothes, and man, I feel like everything I'm saying is coming out a little gay right now. I don't know what's going on, but the way I created these guys on the field, there we go. Basically, I went on Google Images, looked through a bunch of pictures of these guys. Oh my god. All right, we're almost through with the offensive line. This is the right guard, Max Gene Gillies. So this guy, right, I remember like his name, but I just don't remember, like, I just remember his name, you know what I mean? I just remember seeing this guy's name. Apparently, I guess he sucks. It makes sense, like I said. I remember I'm watching some of these 2010 highlights and Michael Vick's getting destroyed. This guy's a fucking culprit, so his stats aren't exactly very good. Let's get right to it. I'll just show you the drip. We're not gonna beat around the bush here. Out of all the offensive linemen, this guy actually has some decent drip. You see, he's got the what is that stuff they put on the cleats? That black stuff. It's like it's real I don't know, man. This is our last offensive lineman right here. We got right tackle Winston Justice, and I know a lot of you are probably thinking, like, we don't really care about these offensive linemen. Why are you showing this to us? Because I just want to show you this is how authentic this team is and how much time went into it. So I'm going to show you the lineman, man. You're going to see the offensive lineman. Winston Justice is another guy that I remember, but I don't really, like, remember how good he was. He was just kind of an average right tackle, nothing spectacular. kind of sucked too, man. So he ended up being like a 75 overall. The last guy, if you didn't see, well, you saw it. You looked at the screen. I don't even know why I said that, but he was a 70 overall. He was terrible. This guy is better, but you know, not by a lot. And this is Winston Justice on the field. He looks pretty generic. Pretty generic. We have finally arrived at the skilled position players. Clap it up, everybody. Clap it up. Yay. First person we got here is Brent Selleck, an Eagles legend, man. An Eagles icon, man. If you're an Eagles fan and you don't know about Brent Selleck, then you're probably extremely young, man. And that's kind of sick, to be honest. And if you're wondering why he has 21 awareness, so basically awareness dictates these guys overall extremely heavily. And from my knowledge, awareness doesn't really have any effect actually on play on the field. From my knowledge, okay? If some of you franchise goons know something I don't, because what I learned was awareness, you can really just fuck around with that, and it really could just change guys' overalls. I wanted to get Selleck run at 86 overall range. You can see, I mean, he's got some pretty good run blocking stats. I gave him like 86 short route run, 80 medium. I don't think I gave him very good deep. Yeah, 75 deep. So you see some of his stats. I feel like it's pretty accurate. How fast did I actually make it? Where does it say the speed at here, man? The speed is where the hell does it say speed at? I know I'm tired, man, but Jesus Christ. Okay, so speed was right in front of me. It's the very first thing. I gave him 80 speed. How I also did these guys' speed was I just looked at their 40 times and I based the speed off that, and also remember watching them like, okay, are these guys a little faster in game, or are they a little bit slower in game? Because sometimes guys, you know, are faster in game than their 40 time, and then some guys are slower in game than their 40 time, and then some guys actually just run their 40 times. So yeah. And Selleck has he actually has some solid drip. He kind of his drip is kind of similar to Lane Johnson, because you know Lane Johnson's got like those things on his arms, and he's got the gloves. Brent Selleck kind of just looks like a Lane Johnson if he played tight end. For tight end number 2, we got Clay Harbor. Now, I don't know how many of you guys remember Clay Harbor, man, but I just remember, like, I'd always liked Clay Harbor. I feel like he was always a really good player for us. He would come in, he would give us good reps, and he was just, I don't know, he was just overall solid player. I got him at a 76 overall, though, 82 speed. Look, man, I had to keep it realistic. I didn't give him much of his route running very good. Honestly, none of his stats are actually really that good at all, I'll be honest. Really, the only thing he kind of gives you is, you know, nothing. This is Mr. Clay Harbor's drip, and I realized, I don't know if this is a glitch or something, but I just noticed it now. For some reason, his shoes are 2 different colors. It's the same shoe, is it not? Yeah, I think it's the same shoe, but for some reason, it's 2 different colors. Nice job, EA. Nice job. This is what everybody wanted to see, man. DeSean Jackson, look at him, man. He looks like a Mexican, man. It's so like the way you create these guys, man, it's terrible. It's literally just like template faces. You can't change anything on them. It's just that's the face and that's what it is. And the thing that's even more disgusting that I learned about doing these, some of these pre-template faces, they just stick on some of these guys in mud. I saw Randall Cunningham's face game here. I saw a couple guys, like, it's sad, man. They don't put any effort into the game. But this is DeSean Jackson, man. I got him at a 91 overall, 99 speed, 99 excel. I feel like there's no way you do not, how do you not give him that? I mean, he was kind of, you know, cheetah before cheetah. And I also made his deep route run like 97, and his other route runnings were just kind of solid. But basically with D-Jax, you're getting that deep route run, you're getting the speed, and I'm pretty sure I actually gave DeSean Jackson abilities. Yes, he was another guy I gave ability to. So like I said, only a couple guys got abilities. I gave him second win and persistent as like my throwaway ability, just to, you know, I had to throw something in there. The real ability I wanted to give him was return man. You already know why. Come on now, Miracle in the Meadowlands. The thing that sucked about D-Jax is that I thought he was still like a free agent, so I was like, oh, I don't even have to make DeSean Jackson. I could just go, you know, pick up a free agency and put him on a team. Nope, apparently he actually retired. I didn't even know it. I thought he was still free agent, but this is DeSean Jackson. I basically had to make him. It's as good as it's gonna get, man. So we got the greatest running back in Eagles franchise history, man. We got LeSean McCoy, man. Now I know look, man, that face and that hair is as close as you're going to get to LeSean McCoy, man. I probably spent the most out of anybody just trying to find something, because McCoy's got like that weird, he's got that big forehead. He's got like those squinty Chinese eyes, and he's just, I don't know, man. He's a complicated guy, man, and this is as good as he's gonna get. And McCoy came out to be like a 93 overall. He's got like 93 speed, 94 excel, fast as hell. His juke and spin are both 95. I mean, this card is probably going to be broken in this. I would expect him to be just damn near unstoppable, but we'll see, you know what I mean? But running behind this shit offensive line, it's not very good, you know what I mean? It's probably going to get destroyed by some of these, you know, teams that have decent D-lines. Yes, Sean McCoy is another person that I did give abilities to, so the throwaway stuff I put on him was closer and persistent, and you believe it or not, I didn't put jukebox on him. Now, you thought I would have. Now, the reason why I didn't, so I actually went into practice just to, like, you know, make sure everything was, like, right with the team. And, you know, I did a couple jukes with McCoy, and that's kind of why how I was just talking about him. Like, yeah, he might be a big problem. Yeah, because his juke is insane without jukebox. So I want to put backfield mismatch on him. And the reason why is because, you know, Sean McCoy, I feel like doesn't really get enough credit, but he was always such a really good receiving back. If I'm not mistaken, he had 2 seasons where he had 2,000 yards for us. He ran for 1,000 yards, and he caught 1,000 yards. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on that, but point I'm making, I know he definitely had a season or two where he caught 1,000 yards. Like, the guy was really good receiving back. So I went and gave him backfield mismatch, which, if you don't know what this does, it's basically like it gives him better route running on his routes, and it gives him better catching when he gets thrown the ball. I really, like, McCoy didn't really have like an insane amount of drip. Like, honestly, he didn't really have much, but I guess it made up for it, because on the field, like, this guy is just moving so fast, doing so much crazy shit. It's like, you know, his play on the field was the drip. This man right here is a OG Eagles legend, man. Jason Avant. Shout out to Jason Avant, man. I always hear these stories about receivers in the NFL, like how I don't know about newer receivers, but like receivers like at the time when Avant was playing, like some guys, like I'm talking top tier receivers in the league, like they would literally say they would watch this man's tape because he was just so good at running routes. Like literally, like he was a slot receiver, and I guess, like, he was, like, just one of the best slot receivers, man, because top guys would come out and say, like, yeah, we watched his tape just to, like, see what he was doing, because Jason Avant was really that guy, man. Jason came out to be an 86 overall, gave him, like, 88 speed. Most of, like, his best stuff is his route running, his catching also, because you guys remember, Jason Avant could catch, man. How many times did you see him make some crazy-ass one-handed or circus catch, man? The only thing that this card that he just, or I said this card, man, I play way too much MUT, man. The only thing with him is that his, like, you know, him after the catch wasn't really anything too crazy. It was just him getting wide open or just making a crazy catch. So that's kind of exactly how I made him. I feel like we got Jason Avant, like, down packed perfectly. Like, I know there isn't really a lot to him, but just looking at this guy, like, doesn't this just scream like, hey, that's Jason Avant? Look, I'm just showing like the starters off in this video. I'm not going to show every single backup, man. Or we're already going to be here for a while. We're going to be here for even longer if I do that, so I'm not going to do that. And like I said, if you guys want to download this, you can download this. I'm just going through the starters. That's what it is. You're going to see me use this team anyway. Not in this video. That's not happening. But here we go, man. We got Michael Vick. They truly, like, this is truly the best face scan I thought I could find for Michael Vick, man. They really, like, I thought there was going to be something that really just kind of looked more like it, man, but the best they had, man. Michael Vick comes out to be a 92 overall. But yeah, obviously this isn't Atlanta Michael Vick, but people forget how godlike Mike Vick was with the Eagles. He was still a demon, man. We had to give him 99 throw power. He's got the 93 deep accuracy. His medium and short, I kept it at 85 because I know this man, he doesn't throw a soft, easy pass, man. Oh man, I just can't seem to keep it together, man. My eyes are red, man. Can you see my eyes, man? You think, like, bro, I need some sleep, man. Yes, we did give Michael Vick 95 speed. I gave him 95 speed because if you go back and look, Michael Vick was still faster than damn near pretty much anybody on the field at the time. He would just run out of gas. He would run out of gas, man. Like, I'd probably say, like, if you look at, because he's had so many big runs on the Eagles. Look at all his big runs. Even honestly in Atlanta, look at all his big runs in Atlanta. Vic could never really finish any runs, and I remember saying that on stream once. I was like, man, does he ever like get in the end zone on any of these? He always like falls short or goes out of bounds. Like, man, Michael Vick was not in shape, man. Oh, there was a lot of different ways we could have did Michael Vick's drip. Like, if you look at the images, man, there's so many different. We could have did sleeveless. We could have did the half sleeves. I went with Sleeve Vic because I was like, it's a very different Vic than we're used to seeing. We're talking about, you know, from a MUT standpoint, we don't really get to see this Vic. And I feel like it just kind of gives him that, you know, that older look Mike Vick with the Eagles. And he's still just, you know what I mean? I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about this Vic. I kind of like the look we did with it. If you're wondering who the backup quarterback is, it is Kevin Kolb. It is Kevin Kolb. I will not show Kevin Kolb because I despise Kevin Kolb. Mr. Jeremy Maclin, though, is our next player. It's another guy that I just feel like, you know, is, I don't want to say a forgotten piece and, you know, the Eagles, man, but Jeremy Maclin was a guy, man. He was really good. He came out to be an 88 overall. He's got like 90 speed. I made sure I made all his route running proper. Really good catching because, I mean, Jerry Maclin could he was kind of like a, I would say like a faster, just way more elusive. I wouldn't even say elusive. He was just like a faster Jason Avant. Even though I think they were like the same height. It's just Jason Avant he just had such a bigger frame. I don't know what it was. Like he just looked bigger than he was after, which I almost said cardigan. I almost said his card. He's his player model. Look, man, you know what? I need some sleep, man. Jeremy Maclin was another guy that had pretty basic drip. Like, he had, like, the little hand warmer. You know, he really didn't have much, man. It was pretty basic drip, but he's another one of those guys, like, we're going to see him out in the field making plays, and it's just going to be like, yep, I mean, that's Maclin. We're finally on the defense, man. We are on the defense. Thank the Lord, man. The first player we're going to show here is Asante Samuel. He is a 95 overall. This 2010 season, Asante Samuel had 7 interceptions, man. 7 interceptions, man. I feel like, you know, back in the day in football, I feel like there was a corner every season that had like a season like that, 7 picks. Nowadays, I don't know. I feel like that doesn't really happen as much anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm trying. The most picks last year was what, like 5 or 6, man? Like, guys were getting like over 7. Like, someone was getting like over 7 every single year, I feel like, back in the day. As you can see, Asante Samuel, man, he's got that 90 speed. He's pretty much a god in coverage, man, because, I mean, he was a god. I mean, I know he wasn't, you know, people were going to say he was always a zone corner, not a man guy, but he was still very good at man. Trust and believe that. The thing that sucks with making these players is that I know, like, not that I've noticed, we all know this, but, like, you can't, like, there's no, like, actual, like, any player that you try to make with dreads, they all have like that little cap on. Like, you can't actually see them without the dreads. Like, they have a lot to work on with just, you know, allowing people to create players and customization, man, because there is really not that much customization, man. Like, with the amount that I'm not me, but like we have to work with in general, it's terrible. For cornerback 2, we got Dimitri Patterson. If we're being honest, man, I don't remember this guy. I actually do not remember him. Look, I said I remember most of the team. This is the first guy I don't remember. Okay, this is the first guy. I don't really remember him. I looked at his stats, though. He didn't really seem like he was, you know, terrible for us, but he just seemed like he was kind of a middle-of-the-road guy. Nothing crazy. So he's an 85 overall. He's got like 86 speeds. He's not very fast. Like I said, I based the speeds off their 40 times, and he wasn't very fast. It's kind of weird because Dimitri's drip is like, it's a little similar to Asante Samuel. Like, he's got those long black sleeves, paws. So for cornerback 3, I don't know. I mean, I made like, I think 4 or 5 corners total. I didn't really know who to go with the slot guy because I'm looking, I'm like, there's not really, I feel like, a definitive slot guy. I feel like there was different guys that played it, but from what I looked at, I'll be honest, once again, I don't know this guy's name either. I want to say his name is Jazaleo Hansen. I think I actually pronounced that right. I'm not gonna lie. It looked like he might have had the most snaps as slot corner out of anybody. So I'm gonna make him the definitive corner 3 on the team. He's got 94 speed, so he's really fast. That's also a giveaway that he definitely played the slot because, you know, you got those little fast guys in the slot. He ain't very tall either. But yeah, he's only like an 82 overall. He's not anything crazy. Really, he's just kind of a fast guy in the slot. And yeah, I don't know, man. Look, they seemed like throughout the season they had a lot of different guys moving around that slot position. Yeah, this guy is really short, man. I think he's like 5'8" or something like that. I mean, you could probably just tell off. I don't know. He's not very tall. I'm pretty confident I'm taller than him. Let me know if you remember Nate Allen. Nate Allen was like, I don't know why. I was a big fan of Nate Allen. I feel like he was always making plays. I mean, I look at the stats for this season. He was pretty good this season. I ended up giving him an 86 overall. I maybe could have gave him a little bit higher because this 2010 season, he definitely did his thing, but he's got like 87 speed. He's got an overall pretty solid coverage stats. I gave him like 87 zone, but that's probably really the only good one. But he's got a good zone. He's got like solid speed. I mean, that's kind of realistically what he brought to the table. It did suck trying to find a face cam for him. I honestly, like, I really feel like there's only like 1 or 2 guys in the team. I feel like we really just let down with trying to find them a solid face cam. And Nate Allen's probably one of them, to be honest. But at least we got his, drip pretty accurate. This is our last DB right here, at least out of the starters. Like I said, I'm not showing the backups. We got a strong safety, Quentin McKell. Now, I remember Quentin. If I'm not mistaken, he played for the Eagles for a pretty long time. I think he was a little bit older at this point. In 2010, I might be tripping, but I gave him 86 overall. He's not very fast, 86 speed, and he, I mean, look, our secondary wasn't like anything spectacular, I feel like, with this team, but it had some guys that were solid. And then you got a guy in Asante Samuel. He's taking away whatever side of the field he's on, so I mean that helps a lot. Mikel Loki has, I feel like, some of the best drip. Something that sucks is that in like his actual on the field drip, he had like this little like white T-shirt underneath, and it was, I don't know, like it just like stuck out like so. Everything just sounds gay, I'm saying, man. I just realized I forgot to show you guys Asante Samuel's abilities. Actually, I forgot to show you a couple. We got to go back. I forgot to show a couple abilities. I'm going to go back, show you guys some abilities. I forgot to show you guys some of the abilities. But Asante Samuel abilities, basically, I just got Pick Artist, Acrobat, and Tip Drill on him. But see, this is weird, though, because in this slot right here, it doesn't already have ability there. But every time, like, I don't know, man. This franchise stuff is weird. If you guys know how to get rid of these extra abilities, I would like to do that. But the only other person's abilities I forgot to show you was Michael Vick. So Michael Vick, like I said, how I'm doing these abilities, I'm only trying to put like legit one ability on him, and then the rest of these are just fillers. Like I just have Homer, all that stupid stuff on it. Doesn't really matter. Which I don't know, that might actually matter in franchise. We're gonna see. Hopefully it doesn't, because I just want to put one ability on, man. And I went with the pass to delete because I mean it just makes perfect sense. Michael Vick only threw bullets. And this is actually the last person that has abilities. It's gonna be Trent Cole, man. This is actually one of my favorite Eagles all the time. I'm not saying my favorite, but he's definitely probably my top 5 favorite Eagles. I don't know, man. Just Trent Cole was a beast growing up, man. He could just get to the quarterback, but right here, we got him at an 88 overall. He's pretty slow, though, 81 speed. He's not very fast, but he's got that finesse and power move. So, hopefully, even though he's extremely slow, he can still go crazy and wreak havoc like he did actually on the field. So, for Cole's abilities, it was weird. I put on the persistent, because I don't... Look, man, I only want to put one ability on, but I was kind of forced to put 2 on, so I actually went with no outsiders. Which is basically inside stuff but off the edge, and defensive rally, because I must look, this ability does not work in mud, but I know people have told me franchise is different with how some of these abilities work, so I don't know. I don't want to make things too overpowered. Off the other edge of Trent Cole, we have, I think his name is Juqua Parker. I honestly do not remember this guy, but apparently he wasn't too bad. I got him at an 85 overall. He's not really anything crazy. He's got a little bit of speed though, 86 speed. He's not, like I said, he's not really anything too crazy from what I saw. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't remember him. It's only like the second or third guy said I don't remember. I remember pretty much everybody on this team. Look, man, to save everybody else some time, there's only like 3 more players I gotta show. It is who the hell is it, man? It's Mike Patterson, D tackle. Some of you guys probably don't remember him. And then we got, see, I don't know why is his name blurred out. It's Antonio Dixon, but I guess Dixon is inappropriate, so they blur his name out. So if I was to use Landon Dickerson, would his name get blurred out also? Why is his name blurred out, man? That's his fucking name. The last couple people are linebacker. It is Stuart Bradley. Another guy, I do not remember this guy, man. This guy's name is like Moise Foyaku. I can't pronounce it. I actually do remember him. And then who is this man? This is what's his name? Oh yeah, Ernie Sims. Ernie Sims. He's actually he was all right. He wasn't too bad. So that's pretty much the team, man. This is the 2010 Eagles. We are going to play an entire season with them. If you guys want to, see more franchise videos like this, I probably made this video way longer than it needed to be. Look, man, this is my first franchise video. I'm going to get better at it. And, man, like I said in the beginning, if you want to download this thing, just go over to the local files. type in 2010 Eagles or however the best way is to search for it. I'm not really too sure. Just go ahead and look for that. And I'm going to make this thing as sim as possible, man. Like some of the things I'm going to be working on before I actually get started playing this. I want to find a playbook that seems very similar to what they ran on offense and defense. And I'm going to, you know, get some sliders, make it very sim. I'm going to run goddamn code suggestions, and I'm gonna try to get this thing lit, man. So look, if you guys enjoy this stuff, like I said, drop a like. I'm definitely trying to, this stuff seems like it could be pretty fun. So if you guys like it, that'll be even better for me. That'll make me like it even more. Till the next video where we actually get to use this team, you guys let me know what other teams you would like to see me make. It doesn't have to be Eagles teams, it could be other teams, but preferably the teams I want to, you know, at least make right now are kind of Eagles teams.